One question from Gabor in the Slack channel was the following. So he says, we're in the process of redesigning the SaaS company website. I need to review the devs' work, and I found that they use many irrelevant texts in the H2s and H3s. Is it worth it to take them out of H tags, or should we leave them to basically improve the visual structure of the page? And so this is very interesting, right? So H tags kind of went to this evolution where 10, 15 years ago when I started in SEO, we were all about H tag optimization. We did exactly that type of stuff. Then we learned, it's probably not that relevant. And now it's all of a sudden very relevant again. So my suggestion is, yes, go out there, optimize H tags. You can use, there are many browser integrations that allow you to look at all the H tags, like Detailed from Glenn Elsop is a really good one, but there are many out there. Finding the H tags is less the problem. But my suggestion is to optimize them to make sure that they have some keywords in them. And it is actually not uncommon to see developers using H tags to style headings or other elements on the page. And from a developer perspective, it makes perfect sense, because if there's a quick and easy way to style an element, why shouldn't they use that? So it's not that the developers do something stupid. It's more so that SEO is a set of guidelines that is not intuitive to developers. And long story short, I would use a div class or a CSS class for the styling to make them look like H tags, but I would not use the actual H tag in the code. I would use something else. I would only use H tags for headings that are part of the main content and that include some important subtopics or keywords. Yeah, developers don't really care about SEO most of the times, or don't know about SEO. I think that's fair. And would I worry about keyword stuffing and heading tags? That's another good question from Will. And I already mentioned this browser integration from Detailed. It's a free one. Again, there are many of them out there. It doesn't have to be this one, but it allows you to see the H tag tree very well. As already mentioned, there's some like keyword stuffing going on here. Best cold medicine for sinus headache, for runny nose, stuffy nose, fever and aches, right? This is like, you can clearly see that this is optimized, right? And I think that's fine. Let's look at some of these. What do you find? Yep. I think that's fine. And why do I think that? Is because it makes sense for the user. And I'm typically very careful with that wording because it's very much up for interpretation. But if I think about all the different applications of cold medicine here, I would probably come up with all of these keywords here, right? Like sinus headache, runny nose, stuffy nose, fever and aches, sore throat and coughing. So it's actually part of the content. I think it makes sense to do that because people probably Google for that and they want to understand what all the different applications are. And it probably goes back to Google's understanding of concepts and entities and how they're related, right? So cold medicine is the concept or the entity in this case. And Google understands what are the use cases? What is most cold medicine made of? What are all the different cold medicine medications here? So I'm curious if you can actually get some pointers from Google in the search results themselves. Here we already go. The actual knowledge graph integration here, it mentions ingredients, right? So Google can understand what cold medicine is typically made out of, and just keep in mind that ingredients are not mentioned here on the title or in the URL, right? This is purely a concept Google has found in the content and extracted and trusted enough and trust themselves enough to show this as ingredients in the knowledge graph. They also show side effects. And again, side effects are not mentioned in the title here. Curious if they're even mentioned as a heading. I don't see any, besides all the billions of ads here, I don't see any heading that says side effects, right? So this is Google neural matching in action, where they understand that drowsy is a side effect of cold medicine, even though the content doesn't explicitly say that. Long way to say that I think it's fine to stuff or to be a bit more aggressive with these headings here and run through all the different use cases of the medicine, because as a user, I would want to know that. That's in essence my answer here. I got a couple more things in the chat. Kevin, please check the SaaS company homepage because blog content is a different animal than a homepage. Yes. And so let me just read this again. Please check the SaaS company homepage. I assume you want me to check the headings of the homepage, maybe a couple of words. So yeah, this for example, I don't think this is, to be honest, I don't know, not to bash Algolia, but I don't think this is well done. I would probably redo this or change this. The structure doesn't make sense, right? The H tags come before the H1, and these are page elements. They don't make sense in the context of the page. So if I would have to quickly understand the main topic of the page, it's a search and discovery platform. And how does inspiration and quick links make sense for a search discovery platform? Even this one, leverage Algolia, wouldn't do. Like maybe I would leave e-commerce and SaaS and enterprise because it makes sense for discovery platforms to cover these industries. So I can see the relation there, but fast to implement, faster results. I don't think these are great H tags. However, I'm also going to be fair and say that I think the homepage in many cases is not that important for SEO. Sometimes you can optimize it for a head term. Yes, but most of the times it's just a page that I like for distribution and then that I like to use to help, that I like to optimize to make it easier for users to find information quickly. By the way, in the chat, I see a couple of questions about the browser extension. It's called Detailed. Thanks, Gabor. Gabor is faster than me. That's a browser extension I use. Again, there are many others out there, but yeah, this is a good one. And so I think the homepage from Algolia probably could be optimized. I generally don't think homepages are fantastic for SEO purposes. They often get a lot of direct traffic, or if they want to log into some app or something. And the last thing I'm going to say is that homepages are actually great when it comes to optimize your link structure. So at G2, something that we did is that the search function is front and center, because we learned and we saw that people come to the homepage because they want to find something. And if they come to the homepage, then we want to make it as easy as possible for them. And then right below that, we start with internal linking. And to be fair, right, like these are all interesting for users as well, but they create some internal links to our most important products. I mean, they contain some internal links to important categories like project management software in this case. And then when we scroll down further, we have some of our most important categories here as well. So that's just a quick side riff on homepages.